Hey, how's it going everybody? Sarasota Tim. Welcome back to the channel, another viral video. Coming to you from Marina Jack's downtown Sarasota. Let's turn the camera around, we'll walk around. It's a beautiful day. It wasn't supposed to be that sunny according to the weather, but what do they know? So let's walk around, let's talk. Let me show you a little bit about how beautiful Sarasota is here. Right next to downtown, right behind me. Most of Sarasota's buildings downtown consist of residential. It's mostly condos. It's not really businesses. This is not like a business district. It's mostly just condos, really. And they've built a lot of them since I've moved here. I mean, almost half of them. This place has exploded. And then behind me, you can park here in these places here. You can see I'm parked right over there. There's 3-hour parking. So if you come and you want to go fishing, these fishing boats here are available to take you out fishing. You want to walk out on the dock? Let's go out there. All right, we're going to walk out here. It's open now for the public to come out and board one of these boats, take you out fishing. The tide is low, you can tell by the ground exposed there. Those barnacles on the pilings there, when the water comes up, crabs and things go in there. They're all over all these pilings. For sale. This one right here. They come in, they clean the fish on these things right here, and you pay them and tip the people that work on these boats. I mean, after you pay for your charter, you still tip them out for cleaning your fish. Look at these pelicans out there on the bow, taking it easy. This boat right here is called a sport fisher, or sport fish. And it's really my favorite boat of all boats, over yachts and everything. Now this is a very, very old one, but they're diesel powered, and they're much, much bigger than this one, the ones that I like. And they have 2 and 3 levels up here, and it doesn't have that plastic around the windshield. It's all enclosed. I don't know, you mostly see motor yachts in here. They're a little more popular. The fishing over here is pretty good, I'm sure, but over on the East Coast in Palm Beach County where I grew up, those boats are very prevalent. The fishing is excellent there because you can get out in the Atlantic Ocean and within a mile you're, in 1,000 feet of water. This is one of the charter boats here that take out, we nickname these cattle boats. Like a bunch of cattle, we get on there and 20, 30 people, and they go fishing, and for whatever reason it's not going out. This is a commercial fishing boat. It's a nice one, man. It's nice and long. That's Marina Jack's restaurant back there in this big building. We'll walk over there. It's a little catamaran hull boat. This is your probably most popular boat in Florida, and that is an extremely high quality model. That's a yellowfin, and it's got very small motors compared to what they have today. Nonetheless, those are nice Mercury 350s, but he's got on the back of this, I don't know what that might be, but 30 foot or so, a yellowfin center console, and the tower up there, it holds fishing rods, and it's got the autopilot and the CB radio, not CB, but the VHF marine radio, different things like that. And that is the #1 boat in Florida that individuals own for fishing and about everything. And here's one, a Sea Hunter. Not familiar with that brand, but it's beautiful. It's got triple V6 Yamaha 300s. Great motors. I actually prefer those over a Mercury. Let's take a look at the lines on this. It's a very clean, nice boat here. He's got his lines all wrapped up nicely. These long black things here are called outriggers. They actually telescope out maybe even a little longer. They spread out each side of the boat. They point out that way. This one points out that way, and you take your fishing rod and you put your line on it and run it out to the end, and that'll hold a line way out here to troll across the top of the water. And then you've got lines off the back of the boat trolling and skipping across the top of the water. And then that other outrigger does the same thing. That way they don't get tangled up together. They're outriggers. This one has some nice lines on it. Here's another. Now the Contender, that's that's like a really nice boat in Florida. They're a little narrower. They're a go fast center consoles. Got triple 300s with V6 on it. V6s, man, those are nice. But that one's got a nice hull design. And the I've noticed from the back, the part right here on the very top of it is flat and wide. I like this boat a lot. There's a sailboat. These are quite deceiving how they look on the outside, but notice when I get right in the front of it, how wide it is in the middle. See that? Isn't that crazy? You can't really see it from almost any angle except this angle right here. But when you go below, you wouldn't believe the room you got down there. Yep. Blow boats, we call them, are completely different than motorboats. Sailing is a whole different mariner. All right, let me get on down here. We'll come right back. So Marina Jacks does provide a electric car charging station here, and that's a Toyota, obviously. But look at this Cadillac. I just noticed it as I'm walking out. Before we go look at some more boats in the marina, this is Cadillac's newest little, crossover SUV. Very, very cool. I saw one at night. Everything illuminates. It's like a Christmas tree. Cadillacs are pretty cool. I like Cadillacs, always have. They don't always have the reliability of like the Japanese cars, but today they're pretty good. So before we go on down inside the Marina Jacks area back here behind me, that building there is called The View. I watched them build that when I first moved here. And I'm looking right now at downtown. You can literally park over here at Marina Jacks. Lots of parking. And you walk one block down in there and you're in the downtown. And it's just a long strip that goes up about, I don't know, not even a half a mile, quarter mile. And everything's very close together. There's eateries and cafes and bars and shopping and different things like that. But this is the intersection that you come in. And if you continue on, here's valet parking to take you into Sarasota Bayfront. Bayfront Park we're going to get to in a moment. We walk over there. But let's walk on down to the actual Marina Jacks restaurant. Let's go this way and we'll see what we got. Here's a police boat. I got you guys up high on the selfie stick, so you got a little better view than down here at my eye level. Hope you appreciate it. Sarasota's finest, huh? Do I need you out on fisheye? Let's just put you on regular. Sometimes that fisheye on distance shots isn't as nice. We got some more Mercury motors here, 3 of them. This time we got 350s. That's a Boston Whaler, another very, very high quality boat. It's been around for many years, super high quality. Here's a Chris Craft. Everybody's heard of that, right? Look at that baby. You know that's got a price tag on it. You can just see the gel coat and the luxury. Look at the tinted windows on it. I mean, if it was raining or cold, you ride in the wind, you don't have that plastic in front of you. You got a real window. It's really nice. This guy's going incognito with his engines. He don't want to show you what he's got. I think that's a Yamaha brand though. There's another Boston Whaler I just mentioned to you. An early model one, not that early, but. And then here's another, is that a Contender? Oh, it's a Jupiter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Jupiter, Florida. These are made, were made. I don't know if they're still made there. I guess they are. This was like the boat to have in South Florida prior to the Contender and stuff. It's still an awesome boat. Really is. That's a nice one there. A Jupiter. All right, we're going to make our way over here to the restaurant. This is where valet parking is. Somebody's got his, got a Rolls or a Bentley? I guess it's a, must be a Rolls because the hood ornament goes down. No, I'm mistaken, it's a Bentley. And here's your Marina Jacks, where you come in the front door. Now, they always park the biggest ones right here next to the restaurant. And these are all the high dollar parking spots, slips they call them. Look at this. This isn't no charter boat you go out fishing on. I got to back out for you guys on this one. Wow, what a, God. I think it's called a trawler. This is something that not many people buy. They're very limited that you'll see these. This is a special interest type of boat, yacht. But look at the big one up here. We're going to see up here these big, giant motor yachts. That one there is called Determination, and it says Sarasota, Florida, a local. Then you got Eclipse next to it, and this one here is just, gosh, it's amazing looking. And that navy blue, it really just screams nautical, doesn't it? But they always park, oh, we got a few of them here in the front. They always park these big boys like right here. Surprised we don't see a crew out there already rubbing on it. They normally do.
And the pickled green beans.
Here's one here. It looks like it's an earlier model. Definitely not brand new. But I'm looking at something here that's very interesting. If I can move over a little bit and kind of get a profile of it. That thing there's like a small ship. But this one here, it's got a very big extension on the rear, doesn't it? What an interesting looking motor yacht. Look at the bow up on that. Man, I think it takes some waves, can it? It's called Mila. Yeah, Mila. There's another one of those trawlers in a very small size getting fuel compared to the one that we saw back right behind me. And the Marina Jack dinner boat right over there, you see, you can go out on that 7 days a week, I believe. There's a lunch, maybe lunch and dinner. I know there's a dinner one. And they take you out, you have drinks, dinner, and music. And this is the fueling area that everybody has to come to get fuel in this area. Look at that thing right here. Look at this. That is crazy, crazy styling. Then you got this big boy here, and I've seen bigger in here, believe me, I've seen much bigger. But that's pretty nice. And then some of the ones with those real tall towers up there, they might be a sport fisher.
Me too.
I don't have a, yeah, that's a sport fisher. The one with a tarp stretching down the back and has that tall, you can drive it from up there. And the point of that being up there is to be able to, two things. One, to be able to see bait and different things out in the water, floating objects and things that you can drag your bait next to catch a fish, because small fish like to hide on anything they can find out there in the middle of the ocean on the surface. And another thing is when you're parking it. Now you have a steering wheel down here in the bottom in the back to back it in, but up there you can see the front and the back of the boat from up top. But look at this thing. It's wild, isn't it? Determination. They were pretty determined to buy that. The numbers that these things cost and the fuel they take are just enormous. And see these two guys parked next to each other? You go to Italy and Barcelona or wherever it is over in the Mediterranean where these people like to congregate, they have these just dime a dozen. And guess what they do? They don't drive them over there. They put them on big freighters and transport them. And then when they get there, they park them like they're doing here and just live aboard and have parties and do that. And they might take it out for a little while around the area that they transported them to, take out their little boats that they have in the bottom, jet skis and stuff. But they generally do not, go across the ocean with them. Although you could, most just have them transported. So here's some of the Marina Jack slips. Boy, it's really nice this morning. No wind, it's warming up beautifully. And the weathermen got it wrong. They said partly cloudy. I guess that could be a little bit correct, but where I'm at, it's very sunny. We're gonna walk way down there at the other end of this water. It's called Bayfront Park. And there's also a tiki bar there. It's called O'Leary's. Has live music every night, 7 days a week here in Sarasota. So let's go down there and take a look. Let me take a picture of this boat here again. That is some trawler. All right, we'll get back to you. So before we get on around over there to the other side, you'll see a lot of black engines here. I'll zoom in a little bit. This is Freedom Boat Rental. This is a leasing business, and what you can do, don't quote me on this, but let's say it's $3,000 a year and $150 a month. You can call them up, come down, jump on a boat, go out and play with it, come back. I think the fuel is still charged to you that you use, but you don't need a car, you don't need a trailer, you don't need to store it at your home, you don't need to buy one. You can just have ownership and use any one of the inventory that they have anytime you want, as long as they're available. And bring your friends and your family. You just show up here in the parking lot, bring your coolers and your sandwiches and whatever you want, jump on one, and when you come back, you pull it in and you get off and shake your hands, wipe your hands clean of it, and you're done. No launching, nothing. This is the sales pitch they give you that, is the convenience of doing something like that. And whether, you think it's a value or not is up to you, but for people that understand that these are very, very depreciating items, and ownership and storage and maintenance, and boat stands for break out another 1,000. They're just, I'd never own another one. I've had a couple of them. And if I did, I'm not even interested in going on them. I mean, OPBs are the only ones I like, other people's boats. I'll chip in on some fuel and ice and food and whatever we want to do. But so you can come out on a little bow rider like this, They've got this kind right here. They got a center console. And then they have some pontoons, I think, down here. And these are available for you. You come and get one of these, you take it to your car, and they roll real easy, and you load it up with all your good stuff. Come on down, get on board, and you're good to go. And they do upgrade these boats every year or two. I mean, I've seen different, since I've been living here, at least 2 or 3 different, a whole fleet. They just sell these out and put in new ones. You know, like rental cars, they just keep changing them out. So I'll show you the pontoon right here. These are real popular to come out with your friends. They're very stable. You can stand up on them and have a good time. They're not as sporty looking as a regular traditional boat, but believe me, there's a lot to appreciate with one of these. I mean, you can see so many people. They got stereo system, get the bimini top there to keep you out of the sun. So looking over the other side back there, there's always a big one parked in that spot. There was one that was there forever, and now we got another one. I hear a guy with a buffer over there. You know, you got the detailers, the guys that come and dive down in the water and scrape the bottoms. If they get that barnacle starting to grow on there, you got to keep that clean. There's so many ways of making money on people that own these big yachts. If you have a service that you can provide, detailing, cleaning, hull cleaning, of course engine repair, accessory installment, and all that kind of stuff, it's a whole world. If you're listening to me and you have a boat, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have a boat, if you've ever been to the Miami Boat Show, yeah, it's just like the Tampa RV show I'm going to day after tomorrow. There's a whole world out there of people that are into different things like this. Now this here is a fun thing to go on. I've been on it a couple of times. It goes out like 3 times a day. You pay so much. And it takes you around. You see dolphins. You can buy drinks. Included, you can have cocktails and things. And those are real palm trees, and you can ride up top. And it takes you around some of the big homes and shows you the big homes and dolphins and very clear water around over here and stuff. The La Barge, it's been here forever. There's another big yacht down there, huh? And then right here, there is another, I think this might be the boat club, Suntex. Maybe it's changed from Freedom to this here. Or this could be, in the past there was another boat rental place. It's literally a daily rental that was right here, and there's one, used to be over there, that's separate from the fleet that we saw back there. I think that's what this is. So they have a few here you can rent, including a nice pontoon. So we're now in Bayfront Park. It's a big circle. You follow this walkway either way around, and it'll go all the way out to the point and come back around. It's not that far, but it's a nice little lap to make a few times to get your steps in, and always something nice to see. But what I'm going to show you right now is O'Leary's, the famous O'Leary's Tiki Bar. Looks like they're doing some more expansion and construction here. Probably some repairs from the hurricane. People are still reeling from that. Looking back over Marina Jacks, there's the restaurant we were at. That big blue boat down there, see it? All right, so, sorry about that. I still got it. Let me show you the tiki hut around here. Yeah, facilities here you can use. You want to come here and walk. A lot of people like to bring hammocks. Oh, they're out of business and redoing. Place got wiped out. There was a bar right there under that tiki hut. Incredible. Yeah, well, they're right on the water, and the eye of Helene, or Milton, I should say. They came into Siesta Key Beach just a few miles down. This was pretty much still the eye. Look at that. So trying to get it back together. There was a whole big bar right in there, and you could get food. They had a restaurant in here and everything. Wow, that's sad. Look, they built new tables though. So they are going to reopen. They do come back. Well, what I was going to say is, I've done it myself. It's really cool. I should have brought one if I knew I was coming here today. They have these trees around here that you can hang a hammock, and a lot of people do it. The trees are very close together, several locations where you can hang a hammock and just chill out. And I don't know if you ever hung or not, but I was into hammocks quite a bit a few years ago. I was watching all these videos of these guys that would go camping in the forest, hammock camping, and have like a rain fly over them and everything, and oh yeah, cooking out, the whole deal. I've sat in that swing a few times. But all these trees right here, you got room for 3 different hammocks in here, and they hang right in here all the time. But there's a proper way to hang one. There's a proper way to to lie in one. You're not supposed to be in a banana position. Believe it or not, you can lie flat, almost flat, in a hammock if you lay in it correctly and hang it correctly. But we won't go into all that right now. I had a friend of mine. You see these balls in the water? These are also owned by Marina Jacks. Those are mooring balls, and they're anchored down very well on the seafloor there, and you can pay rent to park, moor your boat on these balls, these mooring balls. Then, of course, they're mostly sailboats, and you need a small boat like to get in. So you need a little skiff boat or a little dinghy. You can either row in, or you can have a little small motor on the back to get yourself back out to your boat. And people live on those. They're living out there on these sailboats. And I have a friend of mine that was living out here. He might have got blown away from the hurricane. I don't think his engines worked. They always had problems with them. But I see a lot of boats gone that used to be here. He was out there for 5 years. He would come in every day and park over there in that cove, and his truck would be parked right there. And he would go to Rolling Green Golf Club, and I'd play golf with him. We played a lot of golf together. His name was Bob. Right there is the Ringling Bridge that we walked across a couple times, made some videos, and then down there at the bottom at that end over there is where we saw that yacht that had ran ashore there, and all the emergency vehicles were there checking it out, trying to figure out what happened there to those people. Looking back over at the marina, here's some more swing chairs. You can come out here and just sit and stare at the water. I watched them build that. That's a playground area for the children. And let's just continue walking on around. Beautiful banyan tree up here. A lot of times you'll see people just laying out here on blankets and hanging out. A little chilly this morning for Floridians. It was about 55. It's probably somewhere around 58, maybe 60 right now. But there's very little wind and it's sunny, so it feels great. Those are all condos there you're looking at. Ringling Bridge, and then over the other side of the bridge is Lido Key and Lido Beach and St. Armand Circle. where I've made some videos before. And when we come around down here at the end, we're going to see the front end of those big yachts that are parked at the Marina Jack's restaurant. We'll take a look at the front of them. I was going to actually walk the beach this morning with you guys and bring you some nice optics with the water and the sand. And I have no problem doing that, but Sarasota has been dealing with red tide. It's a plume of some kind of crap that floats in the water. It kills the fish, and it emits some kind of thing in the air that causes people respiratory issues, and you can't stop coughing. And I've been coughing for a while. I don't want to cough anymore. So I said, I'm not going to go over there. And I got the idea to come here. And I'm very close to the beach. It's still, I can still be affected with it, but the winds are light, and they're offshore. All right, we'll walk over here to the front of Marina Jack's restaurant where those big yachts are. There's Determination and Eclipse, and that one with that big, tall bow on it. Let's take a look at it. I'll zoom in for you when we get over here. There's the gas pump. That one boat is still pumping gas. It hasn't filled up yet. Here's your beautiful downtown area, Sarasota and Marina Jack's. Morning.
Morning.
And like I say, this building right there, I watched them build. It's called The View, and the view you have. The Westin Hotel is built adjacent to it. It's behind it. And that's the Chase Bank building, the mirrored building. And we're looking at the boats that we saw from the back over there on the deck at Marina Jack's. Well, the Eclipse looks small compared to Determination. And these look even smaller. And they're huge. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video of the tour of Marina Jack's in Bayfront Park. Please like, subscribe, share the video with somebody. Come on down to Sarasota. It's a beautiful place. Kind, nice people. Weather is excellent, especially this time of the year. And if you come down here, you'll definitely crush it. All right, before we bring the video to an end, it would never be complete without showing you the Never Surrender statue that was moved from the road down actually where my truck is parked, right behind where my truck is. And they made these roundabouts when they built all these new condo buildings and things. And there was a big debate, and they decided to move it not too far from where it was to right here. This is the ever famous picture that was captured after the end of the war. A sailor grabs a nurse and lip locks her, and she didn't object to it. Everybody was dancing in the streets and happy. You can pause the video if you want and see what it says there. And I'll take a little picture. It's enormous. A lot of people will go over there and stand next to her shoe. Let me go over there and put my foot next to his, get an idea. Pretty big. Never surrender. There you go. All right, folks, we're heading back to the truck. I hope you enjoyed the video again. Crush it.